Hey, this is Rick Reichert bringing you another awesome Rock on the Range moment. We're dealing.
Rock on the Range 2015, Loper and Randi backstage with Glenn from Judas Priest. How are you, man?
I'm good, thank you.
What an honor, man, to be sitting back in your dressing room before you guys hit the stage on arguably the biggest rock music festival in the United States of America.
Is that right? I didn't know that. But there looks a lot of people out there. But
sold out.
Yeah?
Yeah, all 3 days.
You got to get amped up for a show like this, right? So did you get plenty of rest last night?
Well, we were talking about this earlier. Not really, because there was some sort of parade that started at 6 o'clock in the morning. For a good cause, I may add. But it wasn't for really a good cause for me, because it was 6 o'clock in the morning. I can't believe people start doing stuff at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, making noise and stuff. But anyway, it was difficult to get some rest, but I managed to. So I did some breakfast and made the most of it.
What room did the breakfast go to?
The wrong one.
So you had a fantastic day so far, and now it's raining. It's kind of gloomy, but you're a mellow guy. Are you always a mellow guy, or is this just jet lag? Maybe
not always mellow. No, we're not jet lagged really. We came from South America and Mexico, so the time difference wasn't very much. But no, it's I'm looking forward to it. You know.
Yeah.
It's a short set tonight, but that's what we're told to play. We can't play any longer. We're doing an hour and 15, I think, or something like that.
What's your ultimate? What would you like to do?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
To really do it, like when we went out on the last tour, the Epitaph tour, we did a track from every album, and we did, you know, at least 2.5 hours. And it seems a lot, but really, you know, when you've got 40 years repertoire to pick and choose from,
big catalog.
You know, it's just difficult to do stuff and not disappoint people. They say, you know, why didn't you play Riding on the Wind, or why didn't you play Desert Plains, or if you play Desert Plains, why didn't you do the Ripper? And if you play the Ripper,
you
why?
Can't make everyone happy.
So, you know,
but with your music though, there's so many connections like that. You know, people have, like, if you play this song, you got to play that song.
Well, we're doing, you know, we're doing 4 off the new album. We'd like to do more, but again, people have to get used to it, and we've only got so much. They still want to hear Electric Eye and Painkiller, and, you know, so it's very, very difficult. It's one of the most difficult things we have to do is to pick the set. So
the tour has gone well so far, I assume.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, the reviews and the reaction from everyone has been phenomenal, you know.
Is it interesting for you each time to get up for tour? I mean, you guys have been out so many times. I mean, is it like something mentally that clicks that you have to say, all right, it's tour time, it's tour mode, or is it's just part of you now?
You know, in the bigger picture, yeah, when you're talking about traveling around the world and all the, you know, the security in airports and hotels and that's not the side of touring I like. I like my home, you know, I like to be back home. But when I'm on that stage, nothing else matters, you know. That's what we're out here for. And if you've seen a pre-show, which I'm sure you have, it's not just the band, it's the audience as well, you know. They sing along with choruses, even lead breaks now.
It's an experience. It's not just a show. It's an experience.
It's
right.
It's enjoyable for us, and if it's enjoyable for us, it's enjoyable for the kids out there. And we always do our best to put a good show on for them and try and give them the songs they want, but that's the tricky bit. That's a bit tricky, because we always disappoint some people. So
you and Rob wrote the songs, like everything.
What's that?
You and Rob wrote all the songs.
No. On the new album, Richie came in and was astounding, really, just blended in phenomenally, particularly with the writing side of things, you know. It was everything he put on the table was very Priest-like, and I think that's the thing that really surprised us, you know. I mean, Richie's a great guy, and we warmed to him straight away, and he added a lot to the band immediately, and I say that with greatest respect to, you know, to everybody concerned. Like, if I'd left the band and Richie had took my place, he'd have done exactly the same thing, you know. He injected a lot of energy into the band, fitted in on a live aspect, and then blended in perfectly on the writing team. So it was a miracle, really.
What is it like going in to record an album now, 2000s, whatever, but compared to 30 years ago when you're going into the studio? I mean, you have to be doing things different, right? You're older now. Back in the day, what was...
the sound of tape.
Well, yeah, sound of tape, but I'm talking about, like, even party favors. When you would go in to record an album, like, so many years ago, how was that compared to now? Like, you know...
I'll drink to that.
Just the good stuff.
I would love to hear the good stuff, you know?
The party stuff you want to hear.
Now I want to hear the party stuff.
Oh, I can't do that.
Is it time?
Secrecy, right? The good parties, anyways.
It's
You know, come on.
It's a lot more professional and civilized now. Of course, we did the last album, Pro Tools, really, and in a certain sense, that gives you too many choices. So it's not good. It's good to record the way we used to, where we used to do 6 or 7 takes and pick one and then work on that. You know, that's more like the way it should be. But on the other hand, you know, technology is technology, and everybody else is using it. You've got to do the same thing.
Yeah, but there is such a there's such a huge comeback for vinyl, and people want vinyl records again. I mean, is it the same with the recording industry? Do people want to go back to like an 8-track machine and record on tape again, or
Are giving us vinyls now.
is it completely a digital world?
A great thing. I think it's great for this reason. To start with, we all know that downloadings affect the music business, affected you, it's affected
Absolutely.
record companies, the bands. You know, you do have to ask yourself the question: why should I spend the next 18 months writing into the small hours, recording, and then the minute it's released, it's offered on 1,000 free sites, you know. So why should I do that? One answer is, okay, it encourages you to go out and play live, which we like to do anyway. But the other thing is we've got such a rich back catalogue with Priest. It's great to, like I used to do. I used to go down to the record store and I'd buy the album sleeve.
Yeah.
And you'd take the album out, you'd put it on, and you'd read all the notes
It was
inside.
artwork, yeah.
And
It's
it wasn't just
Like lay it out, you get you lay it out so you see it and listen.
Right,
Yeah, it's awesome.
It was a prize, and you'd worked hard. I used to be able to afford 2 albums, some Deep Purple and maybe one other, you know.
Right.
And no, it's really nice to have the package there, the vinyl there. It's like it's an album, you know. Maybe it's because I'm so ancient, you know, that I think like that. But I think the kids are getting it a little bit now, because you download 2 tracks on an MP3 or whatever. That's not an album. It's it's not what the band wants you to do. They want you to play, particularly stuff like Nostradamus, you know, which was concept album and should have been played in one go. You have to step out the real world and step into the land of Nostradamus, and I believe that's the same for most metal albums, most albums in general. I listen to a lot of film themes. You know, I love the average piece of footage, average song. Put them together, and you got something beautiful or something very, very powerful. So I think the kids are getting it now, and they're going back to vinyl, and it's like a little prize. I used to think we discovered bands, you know, and say, listen, turn your friends onto it, listen to this band. I've discovered this band. And I think I hope it carries on coming back in a big way.
I think everything that
the artwork and everything else looks on a CD. Even a CD, it's small.
Yeah.
On an album cover, it's big, and it's great to have it. It doesn't take up much more room anyway. You know, they're slimmer actually, aren't they? Really. So.
I think the sound. When you put on headphones and you have a good pair of headphones and you're listening to a vinyl. One of your favorite vinyls, like the last one I listened to, I'll just tell you for example, was Jungle Land from Springsteen, and you can hear everything, and it's a different feel. It just feels more rock and roll. Yeah. Glenn from Judas Priest, he's about to rock the range. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. I know it was an incredible experience for me to meet you today, and
Thank you, Randy.
get a chance to have a conversation. We're live backstage, Rock on the Range.